Deep in the heart of Willowwood, where the trees stretched so high they tickled the clouds, lived a clever squirrel named Nutley. Nutley was no ordinary squirrel. His bushy tail could write letters in the air, and he had an unshakable curiosity about the world beyond the forest. Every morning, Nutley would perch on the tallest branch of the tallest tree and gaze past the treetops. He longed to go on a grand adventure, but the older animals would always shake their heads. But one crisp autumn morning, something extraordinary happened. A sparkling blue feather floated from the sky and landed right at Nutley's feet. It shimmered in the sunlight, glowing faintly, as though it held a secret. Nutley picked it up, and instantly a soft voice whispered in his ear, "The feather of the Sky King. Return it to the Mountain of Whispers." Nutley's heart raced. Adventure was calling. Without a second thought, he stuffed the feather into his satchel and set off on his journey, his little squirrel paws pattering across the forest floor. The first obstacle came sooner than Nutley expected. He had to cross the River Rumble, where the water churned like a pot of boiling soup. Just as he wondered how he'd get across, a friendly frog named Hopper hopped up. "Need some help, Nutley?" Hopper grinned. "I'll get you across, but there's a catch. You have to figure out my riddle first." Nutley twitched his ears, intrigued. "All right, let's hear it," Hopper chuckled. "What has no wings but can still fly, and no legs but can still run?" Nutley scratched his head, then glanced at the rushing water beneath them. Suddenly, the answer popped into his mind. "The wind," he exclaimed. "Correct," Hopper cheered. "Hop aboard." With a mighty leap, Hopper ferried Nutley across the river, dodging splashes as they went. On the other side, Nutley faced a dark and twisty cave guarded by a grumpy badger named Mr. Grumble. "No one passes without making me laugh," Mr. Grumble declared, crossing his furry arms. Nutley thought fast. He puffed up his chest and began wiggling his tail in funny shapes, drawing a silly face in the air. Mr. Grumble stared, then let out a deep belly laugh that echoed through the cave. All right, you funny little squirrel, go on through." Finally, Nutley reached the Mountain of Whispers, standing tall and proud. As he climbed, the feather began to glow brighter and brighter, until, with a whoosh, a magnificent bluebird the size of a tree appeared. It was the Sky King. "Thank you, brave Nutley, for returning my feather," the Sky King said, bowing his glittering head. "As a reward, I grant you one wish." Nutley didn't even hesitate. "I wish for every animal to find the courage to follow their dreams." The Sky King smiled. "A wise wish, little one, it is granted." As Nutley made his way home, he found the forest abuzz with excitement. The once cautious animals were singing, exploring, and even organizing their own adventures. Nutley couldn't help but grin. He'd followed his dream, and now everyone else could too. From that day on, Nutley wasn't just the clever squirrel of Willowwood. He was a hero, proof that no matter how small you are, your bravery can make the world a little bigger. And who knows, maybe next time you'll be the one to find a shimmering feather and a new adventure.